Okay. Now that's more like it. Hello and welcome into the Knicks-Verse. My name is George, and if this is your first time here, or you've been here before but have not subscribed yet, please do so, along with hitting that thumbs up button for me and turning on the notification bell, which alerts you when I go live or drop a new video like I'm doing right now. And please drop your comments. I love the comments. They help me tremendously. Anything Knicks, definitely drop it. All right, the New York Knicks finally got back on the winning track tonight. They went to Milwaukee and they took care of business. They sweep the season series against the Milwaukee Bucks. Wow, what a beautiful thing to say. Beautiful thing to hear. And it was done with, it was a full team effort. I got to say, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with how the Knicks responded. Even when they let the Bucks get within 2 points in that second half, the Knicks responded because they were mostly like teetering at an 11-point lead for most of this game. And then it dwindled down to 2, and you thought, oh no, is this it? Is this the collapse coming? But no, it wasn't going to happen. And OG Anunoby was not going to let it happen. He scored 20 points in the fourth quarter. Outstanding for him. Mikal Bridges had a great game. Josh Hart had a great game. Karl-Anthony Towns actually didn't have a great game tonight, and the Knicks were able to take care of business, but his role and his impact, his presence on the court allows others the freedom and the space to be the best version of themselves, along with Tyler Kolek. Tyler Kolek did not start this game. When the Knicks were missing Campaign, couldn't play. Deuce McBride is still out, and we know Brunson's out, so their top 3 point guards out. So DeLon Wright got the nod to start this game, and he set a good tone in the first quarter. 10 points he scored, but it was really Tyler Kolek who came in and made a huge difference and allowed the other players to be the best versions of themselves because he makes it easier for them to get buckets. And we all know the team plays better defense when the offense is clicking. It's just one of those things. It's a natural thing about players, especially NBA players. And Tyler Kolek allows everyone to relax. He finds the ball. He feeds them in areas where they can feast. I loved what I saw tonight. I got to say, this is a very, very good win for the Knicks. And it also might be the team that they face in the first round. Let's get to it. I do have highlights for you guys. Let's get to it. Here we go. The New York Knicks beat the Milwaukee Bucks in Milwaukee 116-107 in a game where they led for the entire time since the first quarter. Since early in the first quarter, they never gave up the lead, even though they did let it get a little too close. They let the Bucks get within 2 points. But this is basically the difference in the game was the way the New York Knicks took care of the ball and how they profited off of the mistakes of the Bucks and carelessness of the Bucks with the ball. Just with 11 minutes left in the game, the Knicks led by 10, and I tweeted this out. They've done a masterful job of protecting the ball. Only 6 turnovers and 6 points conceded by that point in the game. Meanwhile, New York has caused the Bucks to turn the ball over 14 times and conceded 22 points. That is a 16-point difference, a plus 16 points for the Knicks. And by the end of it all, it was even a more beautiful story to tell. But it could not have happened without this man's tremendous effort tonight. 31 points, 3 steals, 3 made 3-pointers. He wasn't that efficient from the 3-point line, but man, was he impactful inside the paint. He looked like a man possessed tonight. I feel like he's finally feeling 100%, and I love what I'm seeing from him. This is probably going to end up being the most games he's played ever in his career, definitely the most minutes he's played, and right now he is on a tear. Right now he is truly on a tear. Look at what he's done in the past 5 games alone. 25 points against the Hornets, 23 against the Wizards, 35 against the Mavericks, 28 against the Clippers, and tonight, 31 points. Outstanding for him. I believe he's averaging, what's he averaging in the past, let's see, I'm going to pull this up. He is averaging, I think 20-something, 21, 22 points a game in the past 15 games. I'll find it later. Let's keep going. Mikal Bridges, the other member of the Wingstop duo, trio, really, because Josh Hart was also fantastic tonight. He delivered 26 points, shot 50%, picked up 5 assists, and got 2 steals. Loved his effort, and his defense was there. That's the thing. That's what I was talking about, because we need those 2 guys to be the best versions of themselves on defense and on offense. But it makes life easier when you have a point guard who is feeding them where they can truly prosper. And that what was happening tonight with Tyler Kolek on the court. And DeLon Wright as well. He did a very good job as well. Tommy Beer tweeted this out. The Bucks are 2-0 versus the Pistons this season. But remarkably, Detroit and Milwaukee finished their season playing each other in a home-away series over the final weekend of the season. Knicks' first round playoff opponent could be decided then. It's going to be interesting. We're down to the wire, guys. Only 9 games left, and then the playoffs come. I can't believe we're here already. I can't believe the season is almost over, and the New York Knicks are the bona fide 3rd best team in the Eastern Conference, and in my opinion, they are the bona fide 4th best. Well, I guess you can look at the Rockets. I think the Knicks can beat the Rockets. They're a better team than the Rockets, especially with Jalen Brunson. So they're definitely in that. They're the best of the rest. They're in that best of the rest tier, and they are dominating that. So this is. I mean, I know it's been a frustrating year with this team because I do feel like the player, like we have too many good players on this team to have suffered the kind of losses that we have suffered this season, especially against the upper echelon teams. So that comes down to what? Execution, planning, coaching. Let's hope that all those things kind of work themselves out, and somehow the players themselves on this team can rise above all the other issues and deliver us an incredible postseason run. I believe it's very possible. I still believe it's very possible. Landry Shamet comes off the bench tonight. 13 points, 5 of 8 overall, hit 3 of 5 from the 3-point line, and he hit some big 3-point buckets. I loved his activity. I hope that this is the beginning. I mean, I feel like I've seen glimpses, moments of him like having a good moment. I'm like thinking, oh, is this going to be it where he breaks out? Then he has like a bad game, and then he has like kind of like a non-issue, like a non-starter type game. And then he has a game like tonight. So let's hope, because, when it comes playoff time, that 8th man off the bench, it's going to be interesting how Thibs treats that. Is he going to stick with Shamet? Because, we're going to get Deuce back. We're going to get Cam back. We've got Mitch now. And Precious will probably be out of the rotation. So that's the 8th man right there, because we're going to get Brunson back. So that's the 8 guys. But we are going to need some extra minutes at times, especially in the playoffs when guys are just cold and you can't say, oh, well, we have another game down the line. No, a playoff series is it. So he might see some interesting minutes. So we need him to be the flamethrower that we've seen him be at times. I've seen him be throughout his career. I just wish he was more consistent. But man, has he shown us some nice flashes so far, and tonight was a great, great effort for him. All right, we got the stats here. Let's get to the highlights. Here we go. That's the Knicks. That was it. That was the last time the Knicks were behind right here. I believe they're down 2 with about 9 something left. Look at OG, just saunters right in with a nice dunk. I love the way he was finding the seams in the defense tonight. That was an interesting. I think he was trying to do an alley-oop, but instead, Mitch got it, sent it to DeLon Wright, hit the corner 3, and then here we go. Oh, that was a bad pass by Mikal. And then Giannis just dunks the shit out of that ball. Giannis, he's always an amazing he's always a highlight reel. But the New York Knicks did finish that quarter up 25 and held the Bucks to just 19 points in that first quarter. Let's see, Karl Anthony Towns got himself into foul trouble, so he had to leave about halfway through this quarter. And that's what brought Mitch back. Well, actually, Mitch was already in the game. They did share the court for a few minutes there. Mikal, DeLon Wright was the leading scorer in the first quarter with 10 points. He shot 4 of 6 here. And Mitch Robinson came in and just in 9 minutes, he had 6 rebounds right away. It was just like hogging up any loose ball that was coming off the glass. He was just hogging it off. Look at that play right there by Towns. Now, Towns definitely, once again, there's something I hope, I don't even want to say it out loud, but man, this guy, every time he drives to the basket, I kind of wish he didn't. I feel like he's going to get hurt. Just save your body. Save yourself for the playoffs, bro. But, you know, he's got to play the way he's got to play. And here we go. Oh, here comes a nice three-pointer. There we go. And you just watched all of Karl-Anthony Towns' points. Oh, no, was that the second half? I guess it was. Kolek is in here right now. In that second quarter, the second quarter was the Mikal Bridges quarter, aided by Tyler Kolek, because Tyler made life easier for Mikal in that quarter. He had 3 assists, 3 points. He was a plus 11 in that quarter. I'm talking about Tyler Kolek. And Mikal Bridges shot 7 of 11, almost 64% in that third quarter. 15 points for him. Picked up a steal as well, along with OG picking up a steal in his 5 points. The New York Knicks outscored the Bucks 35-30 in that second quarter to take a nice, comfortable lead going into the half. Let's see what happened there. I missed that one. I'm looking at the stats. Oh, man, Giannis coming in. Look at that. He's like a blur sometimes. His ability to just slow down and just finish with such touch at the hoop after he's like a runaway train going at that basket, and then he just slows up, boop, feathers it in. Beautifully done. You saw Josh Hart get in the paint and deliver at the hoop. Here we go. The Knicks are up 13 with just a little bit left, about a minute and a half left to go in that first half. They let the Bucks get a few points. Now we're up 11. Here comes OG taking on, is that Brooke? Yeah, that's Brooke Lopez with, but then, Mitch, the offensive rebound and the dunk, the best offensive rebounder in the NBA, Mitchell Robinson. Look at that. Look at that. The Wingstop duo right there connecting for a beautiful steal and a fast break bucket. The amazing, shocking thing about the Knicks in that Clippers game, they only had 2 fast break points. Only 2. That was shocking. All right, so the Knicks finished. They were up 11 in that first half. Start the third quarter. You know, once again, the third quarters have been a troublesome spot for the Knicks. They could only put up 21 points in that quarter, but their defense held up, and they only allowed 24 for the Bucks. So the Knicks still had a nice little lead going into the fourth quarter, but they did stagnate a bit. You can see the Knicks had no field goals for about a 3.5-minute stretch in that third quarter. And let me look at the stats for that third quarter over here. Knicks were 0 for 8 from the three-point line. Only 8 for 24. They shot 33% overall in that third quarter. But they still picked up 13 rebounds. They got a couple of steals, a block, and they forced 6. Yeah, they forced the Bucks to commit 6 turnovers in that game. Here we go. The score got tight. 67-65 in that third quarter. And this is the moment where I was worried, oh no, is this where we're not going to respond? But who comes through? The big cat himself. The big bodega comes through right there. Big point, not so much easy, but there you go. Nice, beautiful delivery by Josh Hart right there. Now we're up 6, and the Knicks really pretty much never let the Bucks get closer than 6 points. And that was towards the end of the third quarter. And then once they got, was that Shamet? Damn it, Shamet. Look at that. Looking good. All right. Oh, here we go. Hart with a rebound. Hart was close to a triple-double in this game. Just couldn't quite get enough assists, but once again gets the easy bucket right there. What did he finish in this game? Oh, Josh Hart finished with 13 points, 14 rebounds, and 8 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, and only committed 1 turnover. That is a beautiful thing for Josh Hart. The New York Knicks, as a team, an entire team, is that another big bucket from Shamet? Damn it, Shamet. Only 8 turnovers for the Knicks tonight. Beautiful. That was the difference in the game. And I think that is going to be the difference moving forward for this team, especially in the playoffs. If the Knicks have any hope of making a deep run in the playoffs, is if they protect the ball. They have to protect the ball. They're not a great defensive team, though they have gotten better of recent, especially with Mitch on the court. But, you know, at the end of the day, once Brunson comes back, they're going to be compromised defensively. So a way to offset that is to not give the opponent easy buckets by coughing the ball up and making dumb mistakes and taking bad shots where your teammates are out of position and they can't get the rebound or get an offensive rebound. So that will be a very important key moment, a key aspect of what the Knicks need to do, especially in the playoffs. Here we go. Knicks go on a nice run. Shamet connects once again. That was in the fourth quarter. Landry Shamet in the fourth quarter hit both of his 3-point shots, 6 points for him in his 5.5 minutes of play. Hart, OG, and Towns all played the entire fourth quarter, but OG Anunoby was the difference maker right here, fellas and ladies. 20 points. He scored 20 points in the fourth quarter, and even though I haven't looked it up, I guarantee you that is the most points he has scored probably in any quarter ever in his life, and definitely the most he scored in the fourth quarter. Beautiful, beautiful game for OG Anunoby. He was 6 of 10, hit 2 of 4 from the three-point line, and hit all 6 of his free throws when he got to the free throw line. Picked up an assist, a steal in that fourth quarter. Josh Hart had 3 assists in that fourth quarter. Same, and DeLon Wright had 2, and Tyler Kolek delivered another. 7.5 minutes, 2 points for him, 2 assists for him. In the game, though, Tyler Kolek overall. Who do you think was the number one player in plus minus tonight? It was Tyler Kolek. He's a plus 18, and he played 17 minutes tonight. That's outstanding right there. Shamet, 12 points for a plus 12 for Shamet, a plus 9 for Towns, a plus 3 for Josh Hart, and interestingly, OG Anunoby was a minus 2 tonight. But he played 36 minutes. He definitely was left out there during that one period in the third quarter when the Bucks were making their run and the Knicks. Oh, look at that. Oh, we're back to the beginning here. All right, let's get over here. Let's get back to this. Well, now you guys can see it yourselves. Mikal Bridges, 26 points, 12 of 24 from the field. OG Anunoby, he feasted at the free throw line. He hit all 10 of his free throw attempts. All 10, and that's why he finished with 31 points tonight, and his defense was just outstanding. Karl Anthony Towns, 14 points and 10 rebounds for him. He finished with a double-double. He didn't have a good shooting night overall, only 6 of 16 and 1 of 3 from the three-point line, but he delivered in taking control of the glass. I love what he did there. Josh Hart, 14 rebounds for him. And look at Mitch, 10 rebounds for him. So the Knicks had 3 players with double-digit rebounds tonight. Knicks led 44 to, what did they have? What did the Bucks have in rebounds? Oh, my God. Bucks only had 32 rebounds. So 44 to 32, plus 12 in the rebound edge right there. Almost got 30 assists tonight, 28 for the Knicks. It wasn't a great shooting night in general, but man, did they hustle. They got so many second chance opportunities. They got 93 field goal attempts tonight compared to the Bucks, who only had 75. Is that correct? Wow. All right, we'll get more to that. The Knicks bench, decent job. Precious, though, I think Precious is going to end up out of this rotation. He's playing himself out of the rotation. As a friend said, he looks stoned sometimes out there playing. So here's the plus minus. Plus 12 for Landry Shamet and plus 18 for Tyler Kolek. So that means the Knicks won the bench minutes. Beautiful. That is what we need to continue moving forward. Love that. Here are the stats for the Bucks. Giannis, of course, an unstoppable force, finished with 30 points himself, 9 rebounds. He did miss all 3 of his 3-point attempts. But Kyle Kuzma, who got off to a decent start in the game, but he did finish with 20 points. But only 1 of 5 from the three-point line for him and 5 rebounds in 38 minutes of play. Brook Lopez was rendered ineffective tonight. Only even got 5 shot attempts, finished with only 7 points, 5 rebounds, but did get 6 assists. So good for him. This guy Ryan Rollins, man, he hurt us. He kept the Bucks around. 20 points for him tonight. 3 of 4 from the three-point line. And Gary Trent Jr. also delivered some decent points. Here are the team stats. You can see the Bucks overall outshot the Knicks 54%, the Knicks 48%. But the Knicks had an additional 18 shot attempts tonight. That's called hustle. And also, it's because of the turnovers. Look at that total turnovers. 16 for the Bucks, only 9 for the Knicks. But look at the points conceded off turnovers. 13 for the Knicks total, 26 for the Bucks. So for the entire game, the Knicks had a plus 13 in points conceded off turnovers. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the difference in the game. Knicks won the points in the points in a paint battle, which is saying something against a Giannis team. They won the fast break points. They took care of the ball. They won the rebounding. They got to the free throw line. They connected on 14 of 16 free throws. Took care of business there. Beautiful win for the New York Knicks. I do want to get back to this graphic over here. Hold on. Here we go. As you can see, look at the field goal percentage. 54.7% to 48.4%. Tremendous. But those additional shots really help. The New York Knicks were a +4 in second chance points, 15 to 11. And fast break points. So I mentioned that before. Beautifully done. And the free throw situation really helped the Knicks overcome the hot shooting, the efficient shooting by the Bucks overall. The Knicks were able to overcome that. Let's see anything over here of note. Josh Hart was the high man in rebounds tonight with 14. He even picked up a block. Josh Hart picked up a block, and he was the high man with assists for the Knicks with 8. Good game for him. Excellent game for him. Oh, man. This is a good sign. This is a good sign. This is a good win for the Knicks, especially since let's get to the standings here, guys. Let's get to the standings. Especially since right now, we can look over here, the Knicks are slated in the first round to play the Bucks right here. The 3rd seed and the 6th seed, because the Bucks have been struggling of late. They are 4-6 in the last 10 games. And the Pacers and the Pistons who beat the Cavaliers tonight. The Cavaliers are human. They couldn't get their 60th win tonight. They're 59-15 because the Detroit Pistons beat their butts tonight, and the Pacers are always a deadly team, but the Knicks are now comfortably in 3rd place, 3 games above the Pacers, 12.5 games behind the Cavs, and 8 games behind the Boston Celtics. You know, we've talked about this a lot. Of course, you know, avoiding the Celtics in the second round would be ideal. But you know, the team's got to do what they can do. They got to play as well as they can possibly play. But if somehow the Pacers stay hot and they kind of eclipse the Knicks to take over that 3rd seed, then the Knicks would play the Pistons in that second round against against Detroit, if Detroit stays around there. And a lot of people were like conjecturing, what's an easier matchup for the Knicks in the first round? Is it the Bucks or the Pistons or the Pacers? Honestly, maybe the Bucks might be the easier one, just because they definitely have they know how to beat that team. The Bucks don't match up well with them. Yes, they were missing Dame Lillard, but we were missing Jalen Brunson, and we will be getting back Jalen Brunson. Not sure if Dame will actually make it back with a blood clot. We'll see. So it's tricky to conjecture too much, but at this point, I would say, you know what, you got to win as many games as you can win. If you finish 3rd, you get the home court advantage against the opponent in the first round, and then you just hope that the team has finally had enough floor time with Kat and Mitch on the court together. and that some of the other role players that are getting extra shine right now because of the absence of Brunson, Payne, and Deuce, that those guys are able to contribute something positively. What I've seen from Mikal Bridges, he's just exploded recently. He's had great games of late, and OG has just been consistent for I think in the last 15 games, he's averaging 21 points a game. That's outstanding. He's playing like a top-level wing right now, and then his defense is always just phenomenal. So, and then you got Towns, you know, that extra week, a week of rest between the end of the season and the first round could really benefit him tremendously. He can come out firing. So, at this point, what I'm saying is, I fear no one in the first round, but if the Knicks somehow, for whatever reason, because of scheduling issues, there are, I think, 2 more back-to-backs coming up. Those are always tough for this team. Maybe we slip to 4th, and then the Knicks will end up in the top half of that bracket, which that means they would face the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have shown vulnerability of late, face them in the second round. You know, sometimes it's dangerous to wish for things like that. So I'm not going to wish for it, just outlining what the possibilities might be. All right. Well, this game makes me happy. I hope it's made you guys happy. I definitely want to hear your thoughts and feelings about it all. Drop your comments. I saw some great ball movement tonight. The Knicks ended up with 28 assists, very healthy number. Just a little shy of 30, and I loved what Tyler Kolek was delivering. I think that if Thibs was let me rephrase it like this: if Thibs was seeing what I was seeing, then he might really look into playing Tyler Kolek with Deuce McBride on the court at the same time in that second unit. Then you can benefit from Deuce's superior point of attack defense and his lethal outside three-point shooting and his mid-range game, and Tyler Kolek can help all the other guys feast. And then the second unit wouldn't be such a detriment to this squad when they're out on the court. I think that would help tremendously. And campaign can come in when you need those extra minutes. You need to give Jalen Brunson an extra blow here and there, but I think Tyler Kolek could be a key ingredient next to Deuce McBride in that second unit. That might be the one little tweak that may have developed and presented itself now that we're seeing him get an opportunity. He's been amazing. He's only committed 1 turnover in the last 3 games he's played, and I think he has 28 assists. That is quite a ratio. All right. Thank you so much for watching this. My name is George. Please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button for me, and drop your comments. I definitely want to hear your thoughts and feelings about this, and I will see you around the Knicks-Verse. Let's go!